We're live.
Welcome, everybody. We are watching The House of Dragons, and we are going to go over season 3, episode 5, Unbowed and Unbent. There are a series of questions that need to be asked, and I just need to know. History often shows that leaders under constant pressure either become more authoritarian or lose control altogether. Can a ruler survive when people surrounded by dissent? As allies question her decisions and enemies close in, will Rhaenyra commit to her father's ideals, or will it become her greatest strength, or will it become her fatal weakness? What do you guys say?
Okay. Um, I'll go. Um, uh, are we answering all of those questions at once, or just one of them?
Anything that comes to your heart.
Okay. Can a ruler survive when surrounded by dissent? Um, mm, okay, so I'm gonna say yes. A ruler can survive if surrounded by dissent under certain conditions. I think a rule of thumb is no, but under certain conditions, yes. A ruler still can survive descent.
All right. I would agree with that statement. I also feel to be a ruler in general is to be surrounded by dissent in the first place, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. So the thing is, you need to be surrounded by enough people that you can trust to kind of combat some of that. There were other parts to the question. Would you mind rereading some of those other pieces to the question?
Yes. As allies question her decisions and enemies close in, will Rhaenyra's commitment to her father's ideals become her greatest strength or her greatest fatal weakness?
Mm. So we love the late great Viserys, and he was a good man. I just feel like ultimately this could be a downfall for Rhaenyra. You are not your father; you are a woman, and they're not rocking with that on so many levels. And at every turn, it becomes more and more evident that even within your own company, they're not rocking with you. So.
They aren't.
Yeah, and just to echo that, just think about the United States presidency. After about 4 years of the same old, you get tired. You want something different, right? But instead, they have someone for 20, 50 years. Nah, I want something different. Like, okay, have the ideals, but do it differently. Yeah, have some swag with it. Do some, some pizzazz, something. You
She got
can't
rid of
just
the
come.
ball.
You
She
said
got rid
have
of the
some
balls.
sass.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. What'd you say?
I said I agree.
Mhm.
Got rid of them damn balls. I give it that. She did something.
Yeah.
Hello, allegedly.
Hi, allegedly. I can't. It's good to see you again. All right. Let me see the next question as we get into it. Um, when we take all of the episode into consideration, at what point does Sir Kristen Cole stop being a noble knight and start looking more like an insurgent commander? If he's relying on surprise attacks from the woods and destroying roads and supply routes, is this brilliant military or brilliant military strategy or evidence that the old rules of chivalry no longer matter in the Dance of the Dragon? Has he lost his honor?
Oh, he's completely Looney Tunes. Ever since he didn't got a taste of Allison's cakes, and I feel like he's just gone down since then. He's on a suicide kamikaze, fall on your sword type mission. I think he's completely unhinged.
Yeah, I think his desire to to die. Okay, so he knows he ain't gonna live. He ain't gonna live. It don't matter. He ain't gonna live. He knows it. And so this desire for blood, that's fool's gold. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put these men, the few that believe in you, through all of that hardship just to die? You know that you're probably gonna be the last one to live. The last one to die. Why do you want to do that? Like, what type of honor do you have?
He's dishonorable. He's a psychopath. I think he broke. He broke some time ago, and he's been going through the motions. He still had that military mind and military strategy there, but the honor, has been gone.
I agree, allegedly, Arcane. He does need a woman. Absolutely needs a woman.
If he had somewhere to dip his wick, he wouldn't get all these people killed. Got it.
I feel like he's dishonored himself a long time ago, like not even realizing it. And I think that for a while he tried to keep his honor intact by using Allison as his reason why. But I think that he has lost his mind. And I think that he's dragging everybody down with him. And I think that it is more about not knowing he was going to die, but wanting to die than rather be by the sides of either of the houses that are fighting against each other. I think he'd rather be a rogue agent for his own idea of justice.
No matter how foolish it is when you get to the root of it.
As it is foolish, as it is. Let's see what the next question is. Is Armand falling in love with Alice Rivers? No, I'm sorry, I said Armand.
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip. Is Eamon falling in love with Alice Rivers, or is he experiencing maternal discomfort for the first time in his life? Not discomfort, maternal comfort. Has Alice become a surrogate mother figure to the most feared prince in Westeros? And does that explain why he lowers his guard around her?
He's bewitched. He is bewitched by Alice Rivers, in my opinion, on top of the fact that he came to Harrenhal with a whole lot of baggage. His ass should have been dead. But instead, he is alive. And now, as haunted as Harrenhal is, he's dealing with a lot of different traumas from his brother kind of haunting him, his mommy issues, all the things he's laying at the witch's feet. So I think he is bewitched for certain. And so he is getting, in essence, what he needs in a mother figure from Alice at this point, because she's kind of nursed him back to health on the surface, but obviously, as we know, there's a larger game at play.
Yeah, I don't know if I could add anything to
that. I feel like he is also bewitched. I also feel like she is fulfilling a need in him that is helping to bewitch him. I think that Allison lack of being, I think she stepped into the queen role so hard that especially after his eye was messed up, that she forgot about being maternal. Like, I think that became the on the back burner, especially because wasn't her husband's name Viserys? Viserys. I think once he took ill, and she was able to be adjacent to power the way that she was, that it took motherhood took a back roll to power.
She was high top.
Yeah, she was, and then the way her dad was and encouraged her in the role. I think that although she wanted to be, like, she still tries to be with Helena, and Helena is like, girl, you know, I see things I could have used you some decades ago. Like, I'm like, seriously, I'm a witch now, and I have my own children, and I don't need you the same way. So I think that the way that she parented really is the reason why he's able to be bewitched, because I don't think it even worked with Damon when he was in the same situation. It worked a little, but he saw what he needed to see, but he wasn't under Alice's spell, but it's working on Amy. Okay, we're going to move on. Has Allison reached the point where fear outweighs motherhood? In season 3, episode 5, was encouraging Helena to end her pregnancy driven by political survival after losing the throne, or by a growing fear that Helena's prophetic gifts make her too dangerous to ignore?
I think she feels like she's playing the long game and she's just protecting the child that's in front of her. I think the intent isn't completely removed of being motherly. She's just trying to, I guess, compartmentalize to keep Helena safe because that's what she has right now. I do think she's going about it all wrong. Do I have the answer for how I would go about it? Absolutely not. Don't have the answer for that. But I was not upset with I'm sorry, with Allison for trying to make the moves that she was making, because it's an impossible situation. It just is. I don't know. Maybe I would probably just sit up there in that tower and have some handmaids and be cool. I don't know.
Toes up, kicking, chilling.
Chamber pots getting emptied every night. I'm not cold or hot. I'm comfortable-ish.
Still living queen adjacent, but not yet the queen with all the, heavy is the crown, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Allison necessarily made any wrong moves. This is how I think of it. There's a possibility that her daughter, Helena, could die. There's a possibility that her granddaughter could die. There is a near 100% possibility that this child that her daughter is about to give birth to would die, especially if it's a male. So why not save everyone else's life in exchange for that one child? Now, is that cold? Is it heartless? One could argue it is cold, it is heartless, but given the circumstances that she finds herself in or find them in, I think she's making, in my mind, she's making the right choice.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like she was making the logical choice. I understand how people feel about children, and I understand what Helena was going through at the time. Helena has lost a child already, so obviously, and of course, the next child that she has is going to mean so much to her, right? So I didn't think Allison was lying. I just think that she didn't take into account what Helena goes through and what she sees and feels.
Thank you for joining.
What?
No, the last comment I was saying thank you for joining the stream.
Yes, thank you guys. Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah, waiting on you.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. You know I'm not used to hosting. Let me see. Can two dragons truly rule together? Is Damon Rhaenyra's greatest protector or her greatest political liability? Damon making unilateral decisions after the murders of the Gold Cloaks is he strengthening her reign or stealing the authority that should belong to the queen? At what point does protecting a queen become overshadowing her?
So Damon is no secret, second born, you know, has always wanted to be seated on the Iron Throne. We know that, not really a surprise. I do think as time has passed though, he's been probably her greatest ally. I think he has her back. I think it's challenging with the piston matches, but ultimately, as we've seen, Rhaenyra is reactive and things don't quite land well for her without Damon backing her or either stepping in to make those tough decisions or get things done. And so I think while I know he wanted to be seated on the Iron Throne, I don't see it as much of a piston match from him as much as I see him being her protector or a protector of a common interest in general. Because these are his people as well.
So from this, to me, Unbowed and Unbent, this entire episode to me, like, these Targaryens are stubborn people. They want what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and that's just it. But if you think about the episode in general, it's more than just the Targaryens. We're seeing Kristen Cole being stubborn. We're seeing a number of different characters be like extremely stubborn. They want what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and that's just it. They're unwilling to compromise, all of that. And so if the question is whether Damon is a liability or not, in this particular scenario, he's not a liability. He's making her think about something that she's too focused on her vengeance. She's too focused on her vengeance. There are so many different things going on in her realm, the part of the country that she controls unequivocally. And he states, hey, look, these people, these gold cloaks, they're dying, and they're the only people that's protecting you right now. You know what I'm saying? The dragons can do a lot, but they can't do everything. And so these men on the streets, you need to have their back. Otherwise, they won't have your back, especially since you're not paying them.
That's the part I was going to add. They're not getting no money, and you want their blind loyalty.
My check late. You want me to still come to work?
And he understands that. And I think he brings a level of understanding to Rhaenyra that she's seeing as defiance right now, where she needs to open up her mind. And he's also telling her, you worried about petty writings on a wall.
It hurt your feelings.
That turned the whole empire against you within your walls. And now that's a more dangerous threat because they can get to you way faster than anybody else can. They live here. That's how I saw it. I felt like he was right.
I love the Rogue Prince because Damon is not just brutish, he's brilliant. He really is.
And y'all saw that part where she tried to kind of like size him up and he kind of chuckled her off. Because he was like, girl, I'm not about to play with you. Damon was like, I'm not about to play with you right now. You're better than this. And I'm just waiting on you to see it. Like, I think he's so, honestly, I felt like this episode, he was so patient with her. Because he should have snapped on her about a lot of stuff. And he doesn't snap on her. Have you guys noticed since he's come from Harrenhal, he doesn't snap on her. He's so patient with her. Like, he used to really get in her head and have her like, oh, you're right. He doesn't even do that. He's just like, you, like, it's like, I don't even know if it's effortless, but he's like, almost like, because he sees the vision now. He's trying to get her the vision.
I think it's because there are so many different people trying to get at her that he's got to be very, very clear about his motives. He's got to be very, very clear about how his motives can actually help her. And so he's taking it piece by piece, and he's not throwing 50 different things at her all at once. It's just boom, this. This needs to be your priority. Focus on this. Once you focus on this, you can then focus on the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. Actually, to be honest with you, I disagree with all of them. I would focus on all the motherfuckers at the same time.
Kill them all right now. All at once. I feel you.
Dracarys, get rid of everybody. There you go. Boom.
Okay, move.
You're on mute.
Sorry, guys. Has Aegon II become his own worst enemy? Is Larys Strong, the cripple, still serving King Aegon II, or has he begun preparing for the king's inevitable downfall? After witnessing Aegon's repeated failures, is loyalty still possible, or has political survival become Larys's true priority? When Larys speaks candidly to Aegon II, is he exposing the king's greatest weakness? Not his injuries, but his pride. Was his honesty an act of loyalty, manipulation, or desperation? Answer in whatever order you want. You don't have to answer them all. Just what are you feeling from the question?
All right, I'm going to start with the question on the screen because short-term memory.
I didn't know if I was supposed to answer, call them all. Sorry.
So the first part of the question, Aegon has been his own enemy for quite some time now, to his own downfall. With, of course, some help from his brother, but he's been a shithead from the very beginning. I found it absolutely beautiful when Larys read him from Genesis to Revelation and every book in between and told him he was a shitty king and a terrible man. I really appreciated that because Larys looked like he wasn't club-footed in that moment at all. He looked like he had 2 steel-toe boots on to me. He was almost attractive when
and a big old set of balls.
With a huge set of balls and a stick to go with it. Okay, and so I
really, walking with a limp because it's steady, you know.
So that was very humbling for Aegon. He needed to hear it. But yeah, he's been on a downward spiral for quite some time. And so I was just relieved to see a lowborn person who was mangled, so to speak, put him in his place. And let's be clear, you done kissed the boot with some shit on it at this point, Aegon. So guess what? Literally eat shit. Literally. And good day. Jermaine about to fall out of his chair.
Jermaine, you next?
Has Aegon been his own worst enemy? Yes. Aegon has been his own worst enemy since he jacked off on the tower from his bedroom. I mean, like, how are any of these actions like it makes no sense. It defies common sense. And you want to be king? You make rash decisions, and people are telling you, no, we can't do this. What are you talking about? Of course you're a horrible king. What are you talking about? You want, and Clubfoot, he said you got into a battle that nobody asked you to be part of. And then you burned to crisp. Like, well, your decision making
As you
is
should.
off
As you should.
off the chain. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you are a horrible person. Because you're a horrible person, you're a horrible king. And he, undressing him in the way in which he did was a good undressing. It was a good undressing.
Not undressing.
Yeah, yeah.
This
And by the way, I don't mean to cut you off. Aegon was sitting down. He was standing with the cane in front of him. But bitch, see these nuts.
The fact that Jermaine leaned into the camera to get his point across is hilarious.
Listen. It was a chef's kiss that they pointed out that was a battle no one told him to go on. And with two brands.
Absolutely no one. I'm going to war.
And I really feel like Lars, and I don't remember names for real, so for me to remember his name after he dropped them nuts means I gained some respect for that fool. When Lars told him he had every advantage that a man could ever have, you gonna sit here and try to hate on your brother, who is the second born son of a king, who was never gonna get your title, and lost his eye, a real cripple before you became crippled, who elevated to the next level despite any type of disability he had and became that guy. And you gonna hate on him right now and say you didn't have his advantages? Lies, falsehoods, fallacies, all lies. I was so disgusted by him in that moment. When his interpretation, that just goes to show, not even just for the show, but just like in general, what privileged people do to distort the truth for themselves, to feel sorry for themselves. He twisted the whole narrative to fit the mood he was in at that moment. And it was disgusting. And I was so glad that Larry Strong was like, you got life fucked up. Never happened.
Now you out here looking like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. Now you out here burnt to a crisp and mad because you a Parmesan crisp, but this is your fault because you wasn't even invited to the battle.
You look
like a Parmesan crisp. He looked just like a Parmesan crisp. He just
the white
and get together. Look like if you throw him into a bowl of soup, he'll melt. You know what I'm saying? Become soft like he is. And I just really appreciated that because it really made him wake up. He needed somebody. He's never had anybody talk to him like that. He never had nobody tell him the truth. Y'all, that's crazy. He never had nobody tell him the truth before. And it's one of those like realities, like people really need you to tell them the truth. If you don't tell them the truth, they'll live in delusion forever. But that was my
balance. With him, he's so rogue when it comes to that type of stuff. You probably have anybody killed. But
true.
Here you are. Falling
when he was sitting high on his horse, he would have had somebody murdered. You're right. Y'all ready to move on to the next question?
Ready.
Okay.
Looks like we have a comment while you are preparing the next question.
Are you about to say the comment?
Yes.
Okay.
Ashley Kate says, hello all. Yes, Aegon is a piss poor leader. He allows his ego in being born into royalty to be
his
world. I'm like, his whole world. Thank you. I'm sorry. Never trying to raise to the occasion and learn or train and do more. Absolutely not. It's everybody else's fault.
Oh,
whining.
And everybody's sick of it. We're all sick of watching it. But let's see. The next question Is Alicent's confidence blinding her to the consequence of defying Rhaenyra yet again? Does Lady Masaris and Alicent share enough common ground to become natural allies, or are their goals too different for any alliance to last? Is Alicent acting out of careful strategy or overconfidence? Is Alicent's desperation to save Helena from her own decision to keep her child clouding her judgment?
More than being overly confident, I think she's desperate. She's desperate to get away, and she's just making the best moves that she can. And I guess being overly confident in that Rhaenyra won't kill her grandchild or what have you if they try to leave her behind or whatever. Quite possibly, but I think she's acting out of desperation. And again, just here's the child in front of me. I want to save her myself. Let's move on. You mentioned something about Miss Saria, but I can wait. Jermaine has a comment.
Well, no, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, okay. I was trying to remember the other parts of the question, but it could wait.
So I don't necessarily think that Alicent is being filled with too much confidence. I think that Alicent understands the situation that she finds herself in, and she's thoughtful. She's thinking through so many different things. When she decides not to take her grandchild, what she's basically saying is, yeah, that grandchild is going to cry. That grandchild is going to make noise. If that child makes noise, we're going to be caught. We don't want to be caught. And let's face it, the fact that they got caught in that, I don't even know what to call it. That I'm gonna just say alleyway. I don't know what the right word is.
The walls of the castle.
It was because Helena was being stubborn. She didn't want to. She ain't want to go. She ain't want to have a miscarriage. She ain't want to do all those other things. Now their life is in danger, and it's because you don't want to do something. But the truth is that your mother's trying to save your life, and the fact that you don't recognize that kind of pisses me off. It pisses me off.
Touched. You can't get mad, Jermaine. She is.
I do get mad. I don't give a damn. I really don't. I don't care. Like she's trying to say, your mother is trying to save your life, and I do agree with her. I don't think that Rhaenyra would have killed that girl. Number one, it's a girl. Number two, it could be a ward that could be used as a pawn later on. And you could put all kinds of thoughts into that girl's head to believe whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Alicent knows and understands that. Okay, everybody's gonna live. No, it's not ideal, but the number one thing that we need to be focused on is living. And right now we're in a situation where we might not live. So buck up.
Especially if she's pregnant and we don't know if it's a boy.
So she should have ideally gotten somebody, the maester or whomever, to get her something other than the abortion tea, to just have her sleep and get some help carrying her ass out of there, because that girl is touched in the head. She is fixating on chickens and living on. I want to go outside. I want to go outside now.
I need to see the moon.
The moon.
Yeah. You know, shut the hell up.
You better see it from this window.
So for you, Jermaine, to say that you don't care is insensitive. Do you know?
It's not insensitive. But I will not lie. I think she's overconfident with Masaria. That was the question you were asking. The second part of the question was, does Lady Masaria and Alicent share enough common ground to become natural allies, or are their goals too different for any alliance to last? And is Alicent acting out of careful strategy or overconfidence?
She quick on her feet. I'll give her that. She's quick on her feet because she was able to even get Masari to stop and listen to anything that she was saying, and it made logical sense. Now, I think both of them are great at the game of chess, and so I don't know about them being allies, but I'm interested to see how this is going to play out.
I think that Masario is going to boot Alicent under the fire as soon as she get a chance, if she have to. She gonna save her own skin. She been saving her own skin this whole time. That's why she is where she at.
I think two things can be true. I think
Okay.
that I think that the game, not the game. I think the words that Alicent used were right on the money. It's like, look, I see things from my perspective, which you should understand.
Because she was queen.
And this is a precarious situation. Don't begrudge me for what I'm attempting to do. I'm really just trying to live. You were a prisoner once. You understand what that feels like. You probably did something.
Started smashing the queen.
Okay. And for some reason, everyone seems to know. Okay. Munching. But
oh yeah.
Now you're on payroll.
Now you're on payroll.
Yeah, and for some reason, everyone seems to know what the deal is without it even being spoken. Have you caught wind to that? Okay, all right, okay.
Clock it. Yeah. I think she's a little overconfident though, because I think that the only person who truly knows Masaria is Damon. He groomed that thing. He introduced that thing. That thing fell for him. I think the queen doesn't know. Rhaneyra, I think that Alicent doesn't know. I think Alicent can play part of the game. But I think the only person who knows, I think the two people who know each other, for real, Damon and Masaria.
So allegedly Arcane said, I wonder why she wanted to see the moon.
Me too. I feel like it has something to do with her witchy powers. I agree. Allegedly Arcane. I was like, It has something to do with what was going on inside her.
And I can see, Ashley Pay. Oh, thank you for joining us again, Ashley Pay. So Ashley Pay said, yes, I agree. They were caught before easily. They are too recognizable, the hair, clothes, and being clean.
Well, they tried to change it up. Remember when Masaria caught them the next time?
Yeah, she looked like a Handmaid's Tale.
They thought about it this time, but it still didn't work. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work, y'all. Are y'all ready for the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Can a ruler survive when surrounded by dissent? As the allies question her decisions and enemies close in, will Rhaenyra's commitment to her father's ideals become her greatest strength or her fatal weakness? This is a piggyback off the first question. As Rhaenyra's approaches the moment every Targaryen ruler fears, the choice between compassion and fear, that season 3, episode 5 marked the beginning of her transformation into the kind of queen Daemon believes Westeros deserves.
Can you read the latter part of the question again about the with the Daemon portion? I'm sorry.
Does season 3, episode 5 mark the beginning of her transformation into the kind of queen Daemon believes Westeros deserves?
So far, no. It's not happening. Much like you guys kind of mentioned earlier, her being hyper focused on things that don't matter. There's no money. People aren't getting paid. You're pissing off the highborn and the lowborn. You have some of the best people or best warriors being murdered. So there's so many things that are happening under your rule, even though you came in at a raggedy moment. I don't think she's transforming into the queen that Damon wants her to be because she's, again, too reactive, not enough strategy, not enough balls for me. Now there are flickers and moments of it, but it's not consistent. And so absolutely not. Not for me. I don't see it.
So for me to, in order to answer that question, it's so layered. And the reason I say it's layered is because to me, Damon is the type of person who will act quickly, and most of his actions end with somebody dying. Okay. And when he told her, basically, hey, that's talking about the situation where she made them eat rats or whatever. Hey, that's not gonna work out for you in the long run. Like when he said that, like in the moment, I was kind of like, that's different for Damon. Because that's not what I've seen him to be. Because you remember, I think it was season 2, where he was killing the crab man or crab king or whatever that man was. Like his whole thing was lead through force. That's not necessarily like, I don't know. It's like what I see him doing is
not in the court.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he did not appreciate the way his brother ruled, and his brother was, I don't know, a mediator, if you will. He was like, okay, like how can I prolong this situation as long as possible? He didn't like that. So if you don't like the mediator role, then what role do you like? And if you think about it, when you govern, a lot of the times you have to make those piecemeal moves, because in order to do what you really wanted, man, it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of effort, all of that. And he just strikes me as the type of person who's like, I want what I want when I want it, and that's it.
I feel like that showed a lot of growth in him, though, to know that the Royals, you need them to back you. And he's not one to speak on the Royals. He don't give a damn about the Royals, let's be clear. And he's a leader by force, always. He believes in taking what he wants, always has. But to govern Westeros, that she had to deal with them and govern them and appease them, was a lot for me to see him on that. But I think that my answer to this is, I think that if she doesn't, I don't really know if she's going to, because I don't know what the writers are doing at this point, because I'm like, dude, how the book goes at this point. I mean, I've seen a lot of book references and what happens in the Dance of the Dragon, and we don't know what they're going to do with it in the show. So the way I see it is, if you don't do something, you're going to lose. Majorly going to lose. And you're going to deserve to lose because you're weak. Like, you're showing up as a weak leader, even as a woman. Like, honestly, she should have burned Ormond up. She should have listened to him. She should have burned them all. It wouldn't have mattered whether that little boy was there or not. Everybody would have been dead. Like, she's done a lot of mistakes.
Right. It's crazy.
And I just feel. Yeah. Hold on, wait. What? Read it.
So Ashley Page says, to me, it seems like Ray needs the sea snake around her table. She needs seasoned people on her team because the realm is still in the middle of war and attempting to rebuild and regain trust.
Oh, Carlos ain't fucking with her. Carlos is not fucking with her at all right now. And you know what? I get it. You can't give everybody a yes. But you got those loyals that you should have probably thought on that a little bit more before you shut them down.
Because clearly they're in bed with Ormond. They're in bed with Ormond. And first of all, when he said he had money made, the first thing I thought was, is that Rhaenyra's missing money? Is that the money of Westeros for the kingdom that he took with him? That he had melted down in the king, in his idea of who the king's supposed to be's likeness?
Who's Mr. Bath Salts and Oils? I'm like, who is that? What did I miss? Ashley Page says she needs to find the missing money. Who's killing cops? Battling Mr. Bath Salts and Oils.
I feel like that's whoever's we don't see. Let me know. But battling Mr. Bath Salts and Oils sound like some people we don't even know where they at. They miss. Tell me if I'm correct, Ashley.
Okay.
That was the last question, so I know there's a lot of things that we missed. Can y'all tell me what excited y'all about, or what we didn't cover and y'all wanted to talk about during this episode?
Well, it was more like passing scenes, if you will. I can't think of the guy's name, but he's a high tower. He was talking to Kristen Cole, and I'll get I forget the point that I was trying to make. Come back to me.
Gawain.
Yeah, him. I'm less focused on the name. I'm more focused on something that happened, and I can't remember right now.
I just remember him not being willing to. He's not. Sir Kristen's not about to be in anybody's service anymore. He'd rather die on this quest for the High Towers than return home a soldier again.
Oh, I remember. So it was a passing moment where he was talking to Kristen Cole, and he was like, "Hey, when me and old boy, I can't think of his name, Armin, when we were younger, I used to let him win, because even back then he was something, I forget the phrase that he used, but basically he used to cry a lot about losing, and to me that spoke a whole lot to his character today, because he doesn't like to lose, and that was that moment when Darren almost lost. I'm gonna call it chess because I don't remember the actual name of the game. When he lost to him, it was like, oh boy, Darren was scared. He was all like scared for his life, almost like that had to have been. I think there's a reason why they showed us that, and I think we're going to see it in later episodes.
I'm wondering if Darren is going to be the one to put a blade or put fire to Armin, because he fears him. He fears him, and it's a dangerous place to be in when you have a person that has a dragon at their disposal. And so on the one hand, it's like, he is grooming this child to basically hate the Targaryen part of himself, and glorify the high tower portion. And so one thing that I did want to make mention of is Darren was like, I'm reading through this and it seems kind of dry, basically. And it upset Ormond so bad, like, dry. Oh, well, he tried to kind of clean it up a little bit. But no, that boy is not concerned about really wanting to be a high tower for real. He is okay with being Targaryen, but the fear that this man is placing in him, because he's still just a child. But let's be clear, this is Game of Thrones. And so people have been seated in high places at young ages. And so I am interested to see if he's going to be the one to deliver the fatal blow to Armin.
That would be epic.
Outside looking in, it seemed like he has to survive on Ormonism. Like, do he get any snatch? I'm saying no. Like he washes his hands a million. He washes his hands a million times, but do you get that trim though?
He got a problem with smells. He got a problem with smells. He might not like the smell of it. I don't know.
I want to get one comment, and then I have something else that I want to mention. So Ashley Page said, "Yep. Did you notice the chess piece he won the game with was a dragon piece too?
Yes.
The uncle was going to snap like Lestat did on Claudia that time. He's a crash out." That was kind of funny.
Yes,
allegedly, Arcane thinks it's funny as well. But there was another moment. It was one of those like quick scenes with Bela and I don't know Adam or Alan, one of those brothers, the younger one. For a moment, for a second, I was like, "Is this a repeat uncle and niece getting together?" Because Bela was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be married off," and then Adam or Alan was like, "Yep, and I'll follow you, and we'll go do whatever." I was like,
I caught it. I was like, "You trying to be in the family or the family?" It seemed like you trying to be in the family. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make sure she eat and get some rest. I'm saying though, it look a little bit more like you're not that interested in her rest. You interested in her rest.
Right, you got locks, I got locks, you got a dragon, I got a dragon. What's up?
You know?
Gonna ride dragons bareback. Let's do it. Come on.
Well, allegedly Arcane said he caught it too. But I want to go to Ashley Pate real quick. Ashley Pate said, "Did y'all notice he brought in all that wood? Someone said it was a tactic to burn the city down. The dragons come to town. If the dragons come to town." Mm-hmm. No, I didn't catch that. Did y'all catch that?
I did see all the wood. I thought they were going to turn it into spikes, though. I thought they were going to turn it into spikes.
You want to see it's black blood.
Ashley
Pate, yes. Even if it is fictional. Like, you know, even if that wasn't the original casting. Have y'all seen all that original casting business online? Like, I give it damn.
Something else. Oh, I'm sorry.
I just saw reading about like this is sacrilegious. They shouldn't have casted it in this way because certain people should be mixed now. If this person is black and that person is black, and certain children should be mixed. I was like, you're thinking too hard.
Yeah, 100%. So it's really, really small. It's insignificant. But in this particular episode, did y'all notice all of the cats?
I did because of the rats. I did. When I saw all the cats roaming around, I was like, "Oh, she listened."
Somebody made that suggestion in the other episode.
Yeah, wasn't it the sea snake's son?
Yes, it was Alan. He
was like, "Yeah, well, to get rid of that problem, we just had a bunch of cats, and they eat rats. So, but now you don't see any rats; you see a bunch of cats."
So Ashley Page says, "But what if Ray proposes Bela to the older brother instead of younger brother?" Drama.
We like
that. That's good drama. That's good drama.
Yeah. But in order to do that, that would mean that Rhaneyra would have to make them of royal blood, which would get Carlos on her side.
She might want to get that sea snake.
Yes, agreed.
I want some pun intended. I want pun intended. You want the pun? You might want to get us some sea. You might want to get us some sea snake.
Ashley Page also says, yes.
Everybody need to listen.
Yes, because remember in OG Game of Thrones, the realm was full of cats. Meow. To get rid of them rats, baby. To get rid of them rats.
Hey, look, I don't like rats neither, so do what you got to do. And they eating for free. Come on now.
Okay.
It's not like you got to feed them.
Sea snake.
You see it allegedly out there, the sea snake. You see them sea snakes. We see them sea snakes. We don't hide them. We see it.
So Books, Girls, and Purrs says cats are better than dogs. They get rid of pets and they never work for the.
Now that would be something to see.
I hear you, Books, Girls, and Purrs. And welcome, Books, Girls, and Purrs. I've been looking forward to your comments.
And then the cat crying, laughing.
Ashley Page says, I got a cat lady in my neighborhood now. It's crazy. Yeah.
There was one more thing that I wanted to say. Oh, did we notice how tweaked out Sir Christian Cole was when they burnt the bridge and they were ahead of them? How they stepped on those spikes, their horses stepped on those spikes. Because first of all, he initiated dirty fighting.
Crow's feet.
Mm-hmm. He initiated dirty fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first one. He came to their tent. He lit stuff up. And I think that he didn't think it through that, like, oh, we all know how to dirty fight. Like, we could all go there. But we all honorable combat. But then they got ahead of them, played them better at their own game. And Sir Gawain was like, I'm going home. Y'all got me fucked up.
As he should.
And I love
As he should.
I was
He
happy.
said, you know this. He said, you know what? I'm going home.
No, like, you want to die. Who wants to be in the company of somebody who wants to die? No, I'm leaving your ass.
Sir Christian, first time trying to go. He always trying to pull that shit. Always trying to pull that mission.
For what?
Every
You
time.
don't even know what's on the river. They burnt the bridge. And now you're going to just cross the river. What's in the river, Sir Christian Cole? You don't even know if a bunch of crow's feet is in the river.
He always trying to kamikaze. Stop.
But I think it kind of showed how far from honor he fell.
Yeah. So Ashley Page says, I wish Bayla would find her sister, though. What are your thoughts about that? Will we ever see, what's her name? Rhaneyra. Is it Rhaneyra?
Rhaneyra is for sheep stealer.
Her name is also Rhaneyra, aka Felicia. Felicia of the Game of Thrones, baby. It's all over the interwebs. We cannot hide it. We can't be letting her hide it. She is for the streets now.
She gone. She gone, girl.
She gone, girl. And I would like Bayla to find her, but Bayla got to save her own life. Because if she find Rhaenyra, she gonna die too.
And it's probably gonna be by sheep stealer.
But do you notice that Bayla doesn't talk about her sister? Which is smart.
Period.
Which is smart. I think that's smart.
Yeah. First of all, if I know my sibling did something wrong, it's to the grave. What happened? What you said? What's her name? What she did?
Not my sister. Not my sister. She can't drive. She can't fly no dragons. What you talking about?
She ain't got no dragon.
Watching them children. She watching them children. That's
she out there watching them people, kids. And if she not, I don't know nothing about it. That's how you do it. That's real loyalty. That's how you see black people. That's why they cast them different. Because Lord, they know black people know loyalty. Baby, what nigga don't know what you're talking about.
Allegedly, Arcane said that crazy sheep stealer stole her. Yeah. Ashley Pate also says Rhaenyra went from rich noble to living on the streets in Sika sheep.
And here she is, baby.
A mess all over dragons.
Yes. She goes
crackheaded dragon.
She's tweaked out. She's going to stick beside him.
And I ain't even had a lamb. Rhaenyra had a dragon named Sheepstealer.
Baby, I'm still proud of Damon. Bring somebody else head in there. That was the rider. That was him. Yep. Mm-hmm. Who was it? He was on his back. I killed him. Whatever. I don't know. Answer no questions. That's how Baylor was. Who was riding him? I don't know. I really don't know how I know his name. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do we want to get in? Do we want to rate the episode?
Absolutely. Let's rate it.
All right. What's our barometer, Bear of Men? How we? What's our scale?
As always, what is it always? Mayfair to 10. If you aren't aware of what Mayfair is, just know it's 0.
It's really negative. 0 is just generous. You know, for me, it's negative.
10 is the life. 15 is even better. How would you rate this episode?
Well, oh yeah. Do you want to go? I can.
For me, it's about a 6.5. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For me, this one, just from some of the other things that I've seen. Again, not a horrible episode. But it was just lacking a bit for me. I didn't fall in love with this episode. Like, there were pieces that I did love about it. Like Laris with Aegon. I really enjoyed that piece of it. But other than that, maybe like one other thing, there weren't a ton of very memorable moments. Oh yeah, this is so awesome. But it is moving the storyline along, I suppose. So it's not horrible, but it's about 6.5 for me.
Yeah, and for me, I would give it a 6. For many of the same reasons that Elia gave. It was a filler episode. It was a filler episode. It was moving the plot along. And not to say that it was a bad thing, but it was like that whole piece with Sir Kristen Cole. Like, I ain't need it. I don't care. Like, how is that advancing the overall plot of this storyline?
Because he's gonna die.
It's not. Now, scenes with Damon, those scenes were really good to me, and I don't know why. I can't quantify it. I can't really qualify it, but I think the things that he said was like that was moving the plot along. But seeing Rhaneyra just sulk all the time, that wasn't queenly. That wasn't statesmanlike. Like make moves. Stop complaining about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do that. Do that. Now, I also liked Alicent. I ain't like her daughter Helena. I ain't like it. I liked Alicent. I liked what she was doing. I liked what she stood for in this particular episode because it made sense to me. It's what someone would do in that particular situation. But overall, it was pieces. And how do they fit? I couldn't. I mean, yeah, I can find the through line. I ain't crazy, but perhaps it could have been used in another episode. You know what I'm saying? Even the little piece with Armin and Darren, that didn't necessarily have to be in that particular episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been the beginning of the next episode. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I hear y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8. Only because it closed some gaps for me. It showed me the fear of like Ormon's ward, and gave me faith that he's gonna turn on him, because there's no way with this psycho you would stay loyal to him, because he doesn't want you to ride your dragon and that is an innate need to a Targaryen. His last name is Targaryen. He's a Targaryen. You're trying to make him forget. You're trying to fill it with the things that you got going on. It's an 8 because Alicent really tried. That girl took the medicine and was sick as a dog. Sick as a dog to save her child. Girl, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't save their child? Who wouldn't save their child? Girl, I could talk a lot of junk, but if it was my baby, my offspring, and they being stupid, and I done did some stupid shit, really depending on the people in the home, like I'm still queen and I still got leverage, I would have lied too. Girl, that's mine. Go. I'd have been sick as the dog right away. Go. I'd have been sitting there. I forgot how this felt, you know? I give it an 8 because Daemon stood up for the gold clothes. Like, he showed up. He championed for them. He tried to make them want to do it. You know, like, I didn't expect that. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't expect that. I mean, maybe I forgot how he was with them and how close he was with them. But the fact that they stood up for him to assert themselves for her and show up for her, and he felt like they not getting paid. I'm about to be, and you goofy, you don't know how much you need them and how much I need to be here in this moment right now. I love that. I loved, oh my God, I fucking loved how Aegon got his revenge at killing that guy at the end who made reboot. To me, if you're a psycho like me, you're thinking, this is going to change some shit. This is a confidence changer in this man after he heard the truth he needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? He heard about how he was a shitty person and how he was delusional. But now he's going to become a wicked villain that we're going to want to watch with a scarred up face later. He's going to kill his brother, Aemon. Please believe me. Somehow, some way. And then this maternal relationship that's looking like it's going to be sexual later on with Aemon and Alice. Weird shit. Hello. Woo, woo. I think it was a good filler episode. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It gave me what I needed to look forward to the next episode. Weird as it may have been, but I think that I needed to see that to want to watch the next one, because a lot of stuff was like, where's Aemon? I know she got him. Show him. What's she doing with him? And then she, it kind of gave me what I needed. Like, I knew this crazy witch was protecting him. But for what? Now, we still don't know for what, but I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah, she wants Harrenhal. So Ashley Pate says, but Aemon was crazy over Dragons 2, Lost and I, because that's their identity, Dragon Riders. Allegedly Arcane said, I give it a 7, more problems and not, what's that, 3? I can't see that. What did it say?
Let me sign 3 times.
Ashley Pate says Mayfair is below 0. Ashley Pate also says, I love this episode, 8 for me. Okay. Oh, allegedly Arcane disagrees. No. Ashley Pate says, I like the action and drama. Ashley Pate also says, I was very surprised by the cops storyline, Gold Cloaks. I was yelling at the screen, a mess. Ashley Pate also says, no, I think Daemon and Aemon are going to cancel each other out. Meaning, I'm assuming you mean they're going to kill each other?
Sound like kill each other. Thank you. That would be helpful.
They are each other. They are so
that would be
helpful.
helpful. Honestly, when she mentioned I lost it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. We're done.
Okay. I'm just looking forward to the next episode because I feel like we have a lot of unanswered questions. I want to see what's going on. I'm thirsty for more every episode. This one left me a little bit more thirsty than last time. I don't think what did I give it last time? Like a 7? 7.5?
I don't know.
Me either. But I know it wasn't that high because I was like, there could be more. There could be more. But I just feel like there's more going on this time. So I can't wait to see like where they take it.
So Books, Girls, and Purrs also asks, I believe what Ashley Pate asked, why did Helena need to see the moon? I don't know. I do agree with Vera Min that it has something to do with her abilities. Yeah.
She yearned for it. It was throwing her off. She was a little distraught.
Mm-hmm. You want to sign us off?
Yes. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming to watch us and spending time with us on this Thursday evening. Please tune in next week when we watch it again and go over it again on Thursday. And also make sure you guys tune in when we watch we're gonna film our first episode on Wednesday of a review of Cape Fear. And of course, we're going to continue with episode 6 of the Game of Thrones on Thursday. Wednesday will be Cape Fear. Thursday will be this. Y'all, let us know if you've watched Cape Fear too. Contact us. Let us know.
So Ashley Pate says, yes, there's something with a caterpillar too. Maybe a moth. Oh, yeah, I did catch that. Thank you, Books, Girls, and Purrs for watching, being a loyal watcher as well. Yes. Ashley Pate, thank you for participating in the comments and watching day in and day out. Appreciate that.
Yeah, until next time. Anybody watching Cape Fear? Do you guys even know what Cape Fear is on Apple TV? Might be too late. Okay.
While they type, hopefully they're typing yes or no. We allegedly Arcane says no idea. Elia and I are going to be covering Star Trek, the newest season. It's going to be sometime, I don't know when. But we're going to cover it. I don't know, Erica, are you interested?
Yes, I'm gonna watch that one. You know, I love the Star Treks.
Okay. Do you want to join us?
Yes.
Okay. Books, Girls, and Purrs also says no, I haven't seen Cape Fear yet. Ashley Pate says I know about it but haven't seen it.
Y'all, it's so good. It's so weird. It's so good. It's based off of a movie. It is now a show. If you have Apple TV, please tune in. It's amazing. Even if you just get a temporary subscription and watch it for a little while and cut it off like I do sometimes. Watch it. It is so good. It's had my mind gone, and the season's almost over. I'm telling you.
Allegedly, Arcade says, okay.
It's so good. I've been tripping the whole time. Like, what's going on? And I've been wanting to talk to y'all about it for the entire time. Okay.
Why you have 17 emails so you can cancel all them subscriptions?
Always. You gotta have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 email address.
Cheat code.
Every time.
Y'all, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all your social media.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes. We've got questions and we know you have answers, so make love to our senses in the comments. Drop them down below.